she has the guy that she picks up from the bar that thinks he's going to get some. And then, he pulls his pants out in front of her and she bites his dick off.
There's danger from a mysterious stranger. Minions would die if someone doesn't change her plan. There's a lethal come, got death on her mind. So we better find a hero before the clock hits 0.
We've got to be right about New York. Otherwise, a lot of innocent people are going to die.
She's a nuclear device. You best believe destruction's her vice. In her name is Eve. Yo, Eve of Destruction. Rated R. Starts Friday, January 18th at theaters everywhere.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. You've reached Unfinished Business Television, but at an interesting time because we're ready for the deep dive. And I am your host, Jeff Galashaw at Unfinished B2 and banned from Twitter. And with me, as always, is my co-host, tech support, brilliant man, Andre Joseph of AJ Epics Productions.
There's danger from a mysterious stranger. Millions will die if someone doesn't change her plan. There's a lethal guy. I got death on my mind, so we better find a hero before the clock hits 0.
That's right. For those who actually remember that rap, it was for the theme of Eve of Destruction, but not in the movie. Only in the commercials to get an urban audience because they already knew they had a bomb on their hands. So, of course, they're like, who do we serve it to? Hey, Black people and Hispanic people and urban audiences will watch anything. And plus, we got Gregory Hines in it. So, we are talking about Eve of Destruction from 1991, directed by Duncan Gibbons, who also co-wrote, and starring Gregory Hines. Renée Soutendijk. She was in a lot of Paul Verhoeven movies early. Michael Green and all-star Kurt Fuller is in this film. Now, Andre, you picked this film. Tell us why and tell us what this film is about.
So, Eve of Destruction, 1991. It's a Terminator knockoff, of course. And really, even though Gregory Hines is the star of the film, it was really designed for Renée Soutendijk. We'll just call her Renée for now.
Okay.
This was supposed to be her breakout American film. So Eve, the Eighth, is this military android created to look and sound like her creator, Dr. Eve Simmons. The robot gets damaged during a bank robbery that she foils. And just like RoboCop, it starts accessing memories that belong to its creator. And the memories are very dark, very disturbing because they involve abuse. And so now, because this robot is a killing machine, if anybody tries to stop her, I believe it has a bomb within its body that's almost the size of a nuclear explosion. So clearly this thing has to be stopped. So who do they get? They get this black colonel played by Gregory Hines, who was preparing for this big rescue mission over a season. Like, hey, we need your help to stop this android from blowing up a major American city, which by the third act, it's New York, but it's not really New York. You would know, Jeff. And so, they tasked this guy to team up with the scientists to go basically around the West Coast to try to find this robot. And that's really the gist of it. Nothing more to really make it complex, other than when it kidnaps the scientist's son, thinking it's her son, but that's a whole other thing too, to create some jeopardy in the third act. So I found out about this movie as a kid because my parents rented it, and I probably snuck into the room and saw bits and pieces of it, including the ending. And Gregory Hines, of course, I well aware from Running Scared and Tap and Off Limits. And just seeing, him on TV, because I used to watch Muppets Take Manhattan all the time. So I'd always see that scene with him in Central Park with Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog. So it's like, oh yeah, Gregory Hines. So anytime I saw his face, I knew who he was instantly, and have always grown to have an appreciation for him, and certainly a talent completely missed in this world today. But he was not the first choice for this movie. And I don't know how true it is that they wanted James Belushi to play the part of the Colonel, and something happened where there was a conflict. I think he was taking care of business at that time, but he was nice enough to lend one of his ties to Gregory Hines for his big opening scene where he has to do a training simulation with a bunch of soldiers. And they would later work together in the movie about the children of Atlanta that were murdered by racists for Showtime. So they were pretty friendly together. But this movie was supposed to be a big theatrical release. It didn't really get much of a release, of course. And that was a case with Gregory Hines films, because even Tap didn't get a big release in major American cinemas, only in the urban market. So when this movie didn't do well, it went straight to video overseas. And the posters would even concentrate more on Renee over Gregory, because he was not seen as a big star outside of the United States, which is pretty fucked up and racist. But the movie itself, you see, not only is it bad enough that it's a Terminator knockoff, but none of these characters are interesting at all. Her character, like the human scientist that Renee plays, is just bland. It's like, oh yes, I was abused and I made a robot of myself with my trauma that's going to go and kill people. You're going to put your trauma into the fucking robots? I don't understand. Yeah. And Gregory Hines, who is so multi-talented, we've put this guy on a pedestal when talking about Running Scared or talking about the Cotton Club or even White Knights, and he has almost no personality. His dialogue is very cut and dry. This is a part, by the way, he fought to get, because, it wasn't like, they would cast him in just about anything. But the director, Duncan Gibbons, who mostly did music videos at that time, he wanted to cast against type. And that's why he cast these two, thinking, oh, you wouldn't see these people in this type of action, but you probably get like an Arnold Schwarzenegger and, I don't know, Bridget Nielsen to do this type of movie. But yeah, it just, none of it works. And Gregory, even in the third act, is played up as weak, trying to go after this robot. Yeah, it's just, man, they could have done so much better. And this was his last real leading role in a major studio film, because after that, it was all supporting parts and television.
Well, they gave him a big silver gun with a laser scope.
Yeah, that was on all the American posters and the video.
Well, it is called Eve of Destruction, so I can kind of understand why they maybe went with Renee on the cover. And I mean, in Europe, she's probably a bigger star than Gregory Hines was in that country. But my thing with this movie, before I even saw this movie, I got so much misinformation, because I think they were talking about it on a radio show, and they made it seem like Renee was the writer-director of the film also. So all these years, I'm thinking, oh, she's big in her country, and then she comes to America and wants to make this big debut movie, and it's all on her. And I'm like, and then, of course, finding out the truth that, she's here acting only. So I'm just like, oh, okay, that puts a different spin on the film. The only interesting scene is Gregory Hines' introduction scene to me in this whole film. Everything else we've seen before. It's played badly. Even the point of view from the robot is just like, really? And then all of a sudden, the person who's supposed to mind her also gets shot violently. There's no action sequences that are interesting. And I don't know, was like Eddie Murphy's stylist part of this film? Because why did she pick a red leather outfit specifically to go through most of this film wearing? Because they already copied the Terminator scene of her trying to injure, self-medicate herself in a cheap motel room. And I mean, obviously Terminator had a better special effects team. Here it just seems like, hey, we need to have her naked in some scenes, so here you go. And I mean, no offense, most of her victims aren't anybody you feel sorry for, you know?
Yeah, thankfully for me, it just deleted in my mind until recently the scene where she has the guy that she picks up from the bar that thinks he's going to get some. And then, he pulls his pants out in front of her and she bites his dick off.
That should have been more graphic. Hey, give this film something of note, because I'm like, not only does she take him to the hotel room, then he has to be like the biggest redneck in the world, being like, hey, bitch, no, you didn't. And then he has his two friends listening on the outside, like, what? It's
You could have got like a painted white payday bar for him.
Well, the thing that killed me is that at least his third friend, after seeing her pretty much kill that one and kill that one, at least he runs. That was the only real reaction in this movie. And I'm sorry for the cops who had to die in that scene. Their characters are the only innocent ones. But again, it kind of reminds me, remember FX2?
Mm-hmm.
The film from the beginning, that what we're thinking is part of this film, and it's like a robot assassin. That's what this specifically reminded me of. I'm just like, and even that had better special effects.
When's Ryan Brown going to come out?
I wish in the middle of the movie it'd be like, what you've previously seen was all a movie in a movie.
This now is FX3.
Exactly, with a better soundtrack too. I'm just like, this movie, I wanted to like it because of Gregory Hines. And Renee is attractive. I wouldn't say the sexiest, but I mean, again, like a movie we previously talked about, Mystery Date. It's set in 1991, but this feels like it was made in 1981 with the visuals, the special effects. It looks cheap for no reason.
Even Kevin McCarthy, the legendary Kevin McCarthy, not the asshole Republican. They waste this guy in this movie for like 2 minutes.
Exactly. This was definitely a paycheck job for him.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like, I was like, I forgot he was in this movie. And then after his scene, I was like, now I remember why he's not in this movie. And then at least she doesn't kill the husband. She just brutalizes him.
Yeah.
And again, not only is the stupid part of why would you give a robot this multi-million-dollar robot trauma? Why would you put a nuclear weapon in her?
In a traumatized robot abused by her father in the middle of New York City, and it's not even fucking New York City. They shot in Valencia, California, to make it look like 42nd Street in a damn subway that doesn't even look like a New York City subway.
Well, I can't fault the movie there. There's a lot of movies that are bad with the New York subway replica.
Yes, but listen to me, with Kirk Cameron having his fucking face on the dirty pole.
I'm just like, they might as well have cast him in this movie, because I'm just like, it's just stupid. Like, this is just a movie, even if you love bad films, this should be on Mystery Science Theater 3000, because I'm just like, and then when you tell me he fought for this role, I'm just like, was it that bad? Like, did you just need the money, or
did he want to work with Kurt Fuller, who has no funny lines in this movie?
Well, he probably wanted more work with Renee, and I'm like, I can understand. He didn't want to work with Duncan Gibbons, who unfortunately passed away 2 years after this film. I mean, I can't even see Jim Belushi in this movie.
No!
I'm like, because even when he's in action films, he's either an a-hole or there's something funny about him. And this is just written so cold and just basic. It's like, this is something you would have imagined straight to home video. Somebody would have made. But
it's like he was trying to do what he did in Renaissance Man, where he was trying to be like the uptight drill sergeant, but here doing like the good guy version of it, and it's not interesting.
Yeah, because I was about to say, well, Renaissance Man was at least well directed. You could tell the guy worked in music videos. They must not have been that visual, though.
No.
I'm like, everything feels and looks stale throughout this movie. And I'm just like, I'm trying to hold on to something here. Like, it's one of those movies that you halfway through, you're like, you really have you're struggling to make it through. Like maybe it gets better, or I got to know how this ends because it's so stupid up till now. Maybe the third act is where all the action happens, and it's like no.
I'm almost wondering if Gregory Hines went through the Jamie Foxx situation with Miami Vice, where he signed on, thought he could charm his way through it, and then when the director said, "No, you got to do exactly what's on the page," he basically just said, "You know, fuck it, I'm going to phone it in. I'm just going to collect my check, and I'm going to go home."
Now, if Gregory Hines wasn't in this, would they have marketed it to an urban audience still?
No, because they probably would have cast a white actor by that point.
Which, by the way, if I was casting this film, Sam McMurray, your first lead. He seems perfect. He could have played that character in his sleep. You know, only serious. You know, but Sam McMurray usually, has a personality too. Or if not him, I don't know if he was around. Well, he was around. John C. McKinley, welcome to your first lead role.
Would they have given this to Robert Townsend?
Not unless they want to make it a comedy and make it 50-50. Hello, I can't even believe him in what now. See, I was about to say Mississippi Masala. What's the movie with Denzel and Cheryl Lee Ralph?
Oh, The Mighty Quinn.
Yeah, I couldn't even believe him in that. So now you want to give him an action lead? No, I'd give this. This would be like a revenge role, like how Stallone took Stop or My Mom Would Shoot. I pick some actor I really didn't like and be like, "Hey, buddy. This is a big script that everybody's been trying to get." I'm like 90. I'm trying to think 91 standards though.
Craig T. Nelson.
He could work actually. He'd be like, "Get me off the set of Coach. I'll do it." I'm like, well, pretty much any of the cast of Surviving the Game could have played the lead here. If Rutger Hauer was in it, then it'd be like a Paul Verhoeven reunion.
Yeah, it's true.
Only without the skills. And I mean, I don't think Charles S. Dutton was a thing in 91 yet. And
no, but could he run around the streets?
Why not? Gregory Hines, he wasn't that fat when he was younger.
No, Gregory Hines was in good shape. Charles Dutton.
So was Charles S. Dutton. He wasn't heavy set as he is now.
Nah, he looked heavy set to me as a kid when I watched Rock or I watched Alien 3.
No, when you watch Rock with the live episodes, it looks like he's in some kind of shape. And I said some kind. I didn't say the best.
The best.
But he was in some shape. Well, what? You gonna give it to Rocky Carroll? It's like Joey.
Give it Paul Whitfield.
He would have taken it. Hey, it was like, big shots. I think I'm going with this comedy with the kids. Hey, it would have been better than his role on 227.
Reginald L. Johnson. You capitalize on Die Hard.
So you give him no personality action hero. So that they could be like, "Yo, is that Carl Winslow from first season of Family Matters? Oh, junk, I gotta see it now." This would have been his like hiatus movie. And maybe it would have brought in heavy set looking older black action heroes. The James Belushi of black action heroes.
That would have been progressive.
Exactly. At least that you could say that about this one, because the way it plays now, it's like, why this movie? It kind of reminds me of because that even had a good cast. I was going to say The Watcher with Keanu Reeves, but I'm like, no, that actually had a good cast. That's a movie we got to talk about, but unfortunately, we'd have to sit through it again. But yeah, like Eve of Destruction is.
Well, the biggest crime of this movie is something you said earlier, is that they didn't have that rap song from the TV spot, which was performed by Charles Jackson, a.k.a. CJ Sky, and Michael Haley, a.k.a. Ice Mike.
But my question, where do you put it? Is it the
end credits?
So now, we've defeated Eve of Destruction. Happy rap.
All the people under the stairs had a rap song at the end. what was the other? Ricochet had a record. They all did back then in 91.
Yeah, but they had good rappers.
These guys should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Ice Mike, yeah, because he went on to what other songs?
The Third Ice.
He was like, hey, man, I was almost on Cool as Ice. But, politics, bro. Politics.
Got that zero. Get with the hero.
Hey, I was up for True Identity, man. But then they went a different way. And Strictly Business fucked me over, man.
We're paying nobody in Strictly Business.
He was like, yo, man, Tommy Davidson was supposed to hook me up, bro. Oh, jeez. It's like, I just can't even think of it. And an alternate world. This is the version of like a Miramax Highlander sequel. That's what this film looked like.
Quickening.
Exactly. Where they were like, hey, just put some shit together. We'll put it under this title. And I mean, did Renee ever appear in any other big or American productions?
I was looking at that, and there were no American titles that stood out. I think she did a couple of TV movies. Outside of that, no major American films from a major studio. She just went back home. And Verhoeven never worked with her again, as far as I know.
Yeah, he saw the movie like, what the fuck is this? You only show titties once. Yeah, I'm just like, it would have been, trust me, if Verhoeven directed this would have been a film to beat. He's like, I am going to fuck RoboCop. This is going to be better.
Thank you, bitches. Go home now, bitches.
He'd be like, I get Miguel Ferrer here.
Yes.
Full of role.
That's what this movie was missing, was Miguel Ferrer.
Yes, and he calls up Peter Weller. Hey, don't want to wear any makeup this time? I got a role for you.
You're going to be one bad motherfucker.
I mean, it's like, there's just so many different things this movie could have. I wonder, even with the director, I'm not a fan of their work. Could Russell Mulcahy have made a better film than this?
He could have done this to Ricochet in the same year. He was working.
His only good film. Personally, I feel like that's his only good film. I'm not a big Highlander movie fan. I'm sorry.
I never really got into Highlander.
I'm like, if I watch part 2, it's only to watch Sean Connery basically chew the scenery.
I'm like, why does he try to kill somebody in a wrestling match?
I don't know. Why is there this whole big thing? Why did Clancy Brown go bald over the years, even though he's lived all these lives? And hey, it makes as much sense as this movie. Let's just keep making shit up as it goes along and say it's lore. I will go with the Eddie Murphy, or I should say the Rudy Ray Moore theory for this film. It needed more nudity and it needed more action. And I don't know. I mean, action sequences could have been better.
I hired a better special effects company.
Definitely. Why does everything look so cloudy?
They hired all the James Bond people behind the scenes, and you couldn't make it look like quality?
Look like a kind of a Roger Moore-esque film.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is there so much Vaseline on the camera lens? And this film could have been better with a lot of use of improv. And you got Kurt Fuller there. You got Gregory Hines there. You got a bunch of character actors whose names I don't know.
Honestly, this is the year when he should have done that Running Scared sequel we never got, because Billy Crystal wasn't doing anything that year.
Yeah, but did Gregory Hines have a script ready for Billy?
They didn't like the script, apparently, and nobody could find this script anywhere.
You have like 50 million screenwriters in Hollywood. And you couldn't find somebody to doctor it up to your thing. This is why Tom Cruise keeps working. He's got his own script doctors.
Could Billy rewrite the script? What the fuck?
No, then it'd be all Billy all the time.
Oh, that's right.
Then we'd get Mr. Saturday Night. I'm like, Where do the
Yeah,
cops
no.
fit into this movie?
Oh, we don't have any action here. It's all comedy.
And why is Billy again a ladies' man?
He's got to be shirtless and fire an Uzi.
Gregory Hines gets the hardest stunts in the film. And is it like a revenge to like his hot wife from the first film dies? So Billy's been just sleeping his way through. And now he decides, hey, the killer's back. Played by David Caruso, because we already had a Hispanic villain. So now we have an Irish one.
So he's going to be the Mel Gibson this time around. He's going to be suicidal.
Exactly. Hey, you can find Shane Black, script doctor the shit out of this. Yeah, but no, then you'll have to have Joel Silver produce, which I have no personal problem with because I'm not on the set. But I don't think Billy Crystal and Joel Silver would mesh. Is
$75 million and it's all explosions.
no, would you want more Billy Crystal stand up? As opposed to that?
No way.
And then if you really want, you can kill John Grise and Stephen Bauer.
Yeah, like why are you even in this in the first place? Especially Bauer. Jesus.
Bauer was a name at one point, let's not forget. If anything, Jonathan Grise playing a badass is more noteworthy. Because he usually always plays like kind of scheming, skinny guy. So here he is being a tough ass cop. I'm like, why didn't he get cast more like this?
Right.
And it's like, even if his partner is Stephen Bauer.
Hollywood missed a boat on John Grease.
Yes, because John Grease usually plays like the Joe Pontoliano in Running Scared. I love how we're talking about Running Scared before an Evil Destruction, though.
It's a better movie.
Exactly. I think almost any movie Gregory Hines made was better than this.
Yes.
App was better than this.
Yes.
It had better action sequences.
And a better soundtrack. He had Sammy Davis Jr.
Hey, let me shout out. Sammy Davis Jr. could have been the guy who got his penis bit off.
No.
If we remade this with
the director would not be forgiven the way that Sidney Poitier got castrated in Daughters of the Dust or one of the Dust movie.
It would be a cinematic tradition.
Oh, God.
Black guy has to get castrated, except this time by a European white woman. And
no. Oh, that would be ironic for Sammy Davis Jr.
It's like he's losing eyes, he's losing freaking penises. Didn't they castrate? There was one of these World War II films where the black guy was castrated for messing around with a white woman. It was played by the actor who got fired off the Chi.
You were going to say Terrence Howard?
No, let's not even go there. That's a whole can of worms. Oh man, this is gonna kill me till I figure out this movie. Obviously, it was not a big budgeted movie, but I remember that. Huh?
Common?
No, you don't remember short guy Jason something. He was
Mitchell?
in. Huh?
Jason Mitchell?
Yeah, the one who was in like Zola.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he played in a movie where he was like a World War II soldier, and he, was in a relationship with a German woman, and then they castrate him. But they are reunited in the end. But I don't remember what the name of that movie was. But anyway, getting back on subject, they couldn't even get Forrest Whitaker for this movie at the time.
He could have run around. He was stocky.
I mean, he was in Diary of a Hitman around this time, right?
Yeah.
So he could have played the role. This would have been before all those now. What was it? Running Time? What was that movie where he's like has a home video camera and videotapes an assassination? And Matthew Fox is the action hero.
Yeah, it was one of Streets of Video. I don't remember.
Yeah, so it would have predated that. Or Species. I don't even think Michael Madsen would have taken this at the time.
He wouldn't even give a shit. He just did like, I gotta kill this bitch. Smoke a cigarette.
Exactly. Okay. Can I use a shotgun? That would be his only concern.
What's up? Fuck Charlie Sheen.
Shit, I'm shocked they didn't get Charlie Sheen for that at the time. He would have been like, how much am I getting paid? Is there money in the budget for cocaine and hookers? And can my man Nick Cage visit me on the set? Can you write Emilio role? He can get the Kurt Fuller role. It's like, was Charlie Sheen like work with my brother on Men at Work or this? Men at Work. Shit, Keith David could have played the Gregory.
He was working and they were buddies.
And he has more of the deeper voice. He looks more hardcore military than Gregory Hines. I'm sorry. Gregory Hines just is too skinny.
He was kind of built a little bit by that time.
Dancing.
Yeah, but it's like you said, his charm would have been enough to get over. But again, his dialogue is so one-dimensional. The character is one-dimensional. This could have been for like a Van Damme or a Steven Seagal.
They would have excelled. Scary part is this probably would have been a hit with one of them. And
well, Seagal, yeah, although you have to find more people for him to attack.
And he's like, wait, where do I break the arms? and do I get to bang this chick?
That'll be the problem.
Exactly. And I'd be like, a military man with a ponytail?
Ponytail in a gut?
Hey, he was still somewhat in shape. He was still with LeBrock, but he would have definitely been hitting on Renee. He's like, I heard the European chicks, here you don't shave. Seagal's into that. I'm used to, the Asian woman. But you know what? I might take a chance with you. Remind me of my wife. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't recommend this movie. Do not watch it.
Neither can I, unfortunately. There are much better Gregory Hines films out there worth seeing. Running Scared, White Nights, Tap.
Off Limits is even better than
Limits. Absolutely. Not Deal of the Century, though. That's crap.
A Rage in Harlem.
The director's cut of The Cotton Club.
Trying to think. Gregory Hines. No, he wasn't in that. I was about to say The Boy Who Loved Christmas. And
no, he wasn't in that. You probably think it was The Red Sneakers with Vincent D'Onofrio.
No, the one with Vincent D'Onofrio was like something called Good Time.
Oh, he was a quadriplegic?
Yeah, and then Vincent D'Onofrio was a baseball player who went blind.
Yeah.
That's an interesting film. I can't say it's a good film, but it's interesting. And I think that was like one of his last big roles. That and The Tick Code with Mel Harris. And and I think like the last thing I remember seeing him in was like Will and Grace episodes.
Yeah, Will and Grace. He did the Bojangles TV movie because he wanted to do that before he died. And he had another show that didn't last very long right before his death. It was like a Will and Grace type show.
Yeah, sitcom.
Yeah, he wasn't the lead. He was part of the ensemble.
And I'm shocked nobody filmed Jelly's Last Jam. And
yeah, you only find the soundtrack. You can't find like the actual recording of the show.
So, yeah. So unfortunately, they'd had to star Gregory Hines in this movie. Yeah. Don't watch it unless you really like really bad cinema. And you just need something fucked up to watch. They'd be like, oh, this is bad. They said it was bad, but damn. Or maybe you're a fan of Renee. So then watch it. But even if you're a fan of Kurt Fuller, don't watch this movie.
Yeah, this is not a complete Kurt Fuller movie. You want to see a good Kurt Fuller movie? Watch No Holds Barred. And his action figure is out there, but Super 7 has not made it.
They should, those bastards. So that ends our time in the deep dive. So until next time, we bid you adieu.